from Capitol Hill. Majority Whip Tom Emmer is now the Republican nominee for Speaker, having gotten a majority of the votes when it got down to a head-to-head. Back with us, NBC News senior Capitol Hill correspondent Garrett Hay. Garrett?
Well, Andrea, it took 5 ballots, but you're right. Tom Emmer has secured the majority of the Republican conference.
12 seconds later.
Down this morning from 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, then straight to 2, and then 1. And now he's out. Minnesota Congressman Tom Emmer, the House whip, got his rose today, but literally in the last few minutes since we've been on the air, he dropped out.
Tom Emmer, it looks like he's finished. He was not a supporter. He was a rhino. And it looks like he's finished, but we'll see. You never know.
Do you support anyone else for Speaker, sir?
I'll let you know. The trial is going, as you can see, extremely well. Thank you very much. Shouldn't be a trial. There shouldn't be a trial. It's called election interference. It should not be a trial. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump just dropped a bombshell about the Speaker House vote. Now, look, man, Matt Gaetz did what he needed to do. He held Kevin McCarthy accountable. Now, after all of that happened, we tried to get our guy, Jim Jordan, an America First speaker. But what the GOP did, all these rhino Republicans, what they did is they noticed that by having an America First speaker, a MAGA speaker, it's not good for their pockets. It's not good for them because it'll expose all their plans. Now, Donald Trump has endorsed Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan had to drop out because he didn't want to keep going vote after vote after vote, which I think if he would have probably been the guy. But Jim Jordan had to drop out. And then Byron Donalds announced that he was going to run, which I was excited about, which we all should be excited about. And so the GOP had a closed door meeting where they did not pick Byron Donalds, and they wanted to put forward Tom Emmer to the American people. Well, guess what Donald Trump did? Donald Trump said, nah, man, this ain't happening. Donald Trump just dropped a bombshell on Tom Emmer. He says on True Social, and I quote, "I have many wonderful friends wanting to be Speaker of the House, and some are truly great warriors. Rhino Tom Emmer, who I do not know well, is not one of those friends. He never respected the power of the Trump endorsement." Ladies and gentlemen, MAGA, make America great again. He fought me all the way and actually spent more time defending Ilhan Omar than he did defending me. He is totally out of touch with the Republican voters. I believe he has now learned his lesson because he is saying that he is pro-Trump all the way now. But who can ever be sure? And I think this is a great point that he's making. You can never be sure about any of these rhino Republicans. Has he only changed because that's what it takes to win? The Republican Party cannot take that chance. Not anymore. We saw what happened when he was president. All these rhino Republicans came out, even Mike Pence. Because that's not where the America First voters are, voting for globalist rhino like Tom Emmer would be a tragic mistake. And just a few hours later, Tom Emmer drops out of the race. So he just basically ended Tom Emmer's career. Tom Emmer was the guy behind closed door who a lot of these rhino Republicans were basically going for. And now we just got some big news that our guy, the guy that I'm really rooting for Donald Trump to please endorse this guy. Please. Byron Donalds is back in the race for Speaker of the House. Tom Emmer now drops out. Look, Jim Jordan could come back in. A lot of people are speculating that Kevin McCarthy at some point will come back in. This is the guy we need, man. We will be making so much history. I'm pushing for this guy to be the one and only when it comes to becoming the Speaker of the House. So Donald Trump just drops a truth bomb. But here's the interesting part. And I tell people this guy Troy Nels, he is not playing. This is what he just told the people. Watch and listen to what he said, which I also think is a great idea. Let's go.
Well, I kind of like the idea of Donald J. Trump, quite honestly. He's the leader of our party. I've said that from the beginning. I'll continue to say it. We threw our all-stars out now. The top 3 we had with the Speaker, with the Majority Leader, with Jim Jordan. Now we've got 8 others, great candidates, Mike Johnson, all these others. And we've rejected those. I mean, what are we going to do? Go down and just put everybody's name in the damn hat? maybe for the first time in the history of our conference, we should consider somebody from the outside. I suggest, and I'll suggest it if we go to the House floor for a vote, that it is our leader, Donald J. Trump, for 100 days. 100 days. I told the president you may have to adjust your golf schedule, your golf game, because we'll be busy, but I think he would be willing to do it for 100 days.
Sir, you planning
For 100 days. Congressman Troy Nehls is making the pitch that Donald Trump, if this goes to the House floor, which is most likely will, to start nominating people, I think it would definitely be, I think it would definitely be a good idea. Troy Nehls, once again, he the power of, being a guy who, once again, has this type of congressional power where he can nominate whoever he wants when it goes to the House floor vote. We've seen these House floor votes, how they go. We've seen Donald Trump get nominated by Matt Gaetz before, but this is just what it is. Now we have, this is what's going on. Obviously, breaking, the next group of candidates for speaker is announced ahead of the 6 p.m. GOP forum. So once again, we got Byron Donalds, Chuck Fleischman, I think that's his name, Mark Green, Kevin Hearn, Mike Johnson, Roger Williams. Mike Johnson, I think I'm a little familiar with. If you guys are familiar with any of these guys, obviously we're familiar with our guy, Byron Donalds. So what do you guys think? Who should be the guy? I think that Byron Donalds should be given a fair shot when they go to the GOP forum, when they go behind closed doors. Throw him out there. Let's see if he will get the votes. He's the best one possible. You'll be making history. You'd be putting a young man up there who is very smart, America first. I'm pretty sure he could work some type of deals out. I don't know. A lot of people always tell me, Lou, you got to be honest with yourself. Just be honest with yourself. You know that they will never do it. You know that that's the reason they won't pick him is because he's America first. And I agree. But it's worth a try. It's worth a try. Now, I want to play this other clip by Troy Nehls. Troy Nehls, this guy's a legend, man. I like this guy. This guy is like really dope when it comes down to this. So once again, to recap this video, Donald Trump is not for Tom Emmer. Tom Emmer then drops out because he knows that the power of the Trump endorsement is actually at the highest peak that it's ever been. Anyone who gets endorsed by Donald Trump is going to become a big deal. We saw how close Jim Jordan even came when he was endorsed. But then you have the Rhino Republicans who have something against Matt Gaetz because of what Matt Gaetz actually did to Kevin McCarthy, where Kevin McCarthy signed the contract, signed a deal with all the Republicans that only one man can be responsible for bringing in a House floor vote where Democrats and Republicans can vote out if you do not keep up your promises. So, but here we go. Here's Troy Nehls pitching once again Donald Trump.
All right. Hey, how you doing, Congressman? What's going on? Is Donald Trump speaker yet?
Benny, what's the matter with that idea? Tell me, the leader of our party, I think it would be great. Listen, we just got through the fourth round of voting. Right now, there's 219 members. I'm looking at my sheet. Tom Emmer finished the number one with 107 votes. Mike Johnson out of Louisiana, 56. Byron Donalds and Kevin Hearn tied at 25 each. And then just before I walked into this interview here, Byron Donalds is withdrawing his nomination.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
So once again, that was a little earlier today where Byron only got 25 and Mike Johnson only got 25. So Tom, once again, like these Republicans, bro, I just don't know. It's a big difference between MAGA Republicans and regular Republicans and like Rhino Republicans, Uniparty Republicans, bro. These people are unhinged, bro. They do not want to vote for our guy. But let's see what happens, man. I think with the power of Donald Trump, if Donald Trump actually backs him, then we'll see. But look, man, Donald Trump just literally told the world, look at what the GOP is doing in these forums and these backstage meetings that they're having where they're all voting for a person, right? And they're all splitting each other's votes to see who they're going to put out there. The guy that they came up with was Tom Emmer. And Donald Trump just literally ended that guy's career with one Truth Social post. So we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. Hopefully, Byron Donalds is the guy or Donald Trump for 100 days. But this thing is just the beginning of it. And I think that we definitely need a Speaker of the House. So we'll see. We'll see how this all ends. We'll see how this all ends. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you want to be the Speaker of the House? Donald Trump being Speaker for 100 days. I think that makes a lot of sense going into 2024. He'll have a lot of congressional power. He'll be literally the representatives of everybody, even the Democrats. So we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you guys on the next.